Howdy, howdy, welcome. It's Thursday. It's not Thursday. It's Tuesday. I don't know why I said Thursday. And I don't know where did Chris go?
A new Thursday.
Yeah. Hold on.
No Thursday?
Me?
I'm here. You don't hear me?
I can
Yeah,
hear you.
I hear you.
I hear you. Hold on.
Okay,
I don't
that's
Sure,
fine.
not right. Can you read what it
Oh.
says now on the stream? What happened? I
there you go.
disappeared.
Aha.
We're going back and forth.
Oh. Yeah.
No, now I see you both.
Okay.
I told you, Retro Renegades broke. They broke YouTube, and we're having to fix it.
Yeah, no
That's the way
kidding.
it goes.
No kidding. So, all right, but I think we're okay. I think we're okay now. I see everybody. I hear everybody. Does everybody else hear everybody?
Hopefully.
I can hear it
Okay.
myself. Yes.
Okay, that's good. And there's no echo because I only got one of you there on. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
So.
Sweet.
Do it. All right, cool.
Topic number 1. Welcome, gamers.
Yeah. Yes, welcome to the show. It's been a weekend. It's been a week, it's been a while. Coming off of our awesome Hot Wheels Forza Horizon stream last week.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was
The
fun.
game is so good.
It really is. It is phenomenal.
I like this Hot Wheels expansion better than the previous one in Forza Horizon. What was it? 3?
It was 3.
4?
Yeah.
3, right?
No, it was in 3. Yeah, 4
Yeah.
had 4 was Lego.
There we go. Yep.
No, I agree. It was awesome, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
So I was impressed. I was mightily impressed.
Well, if you're gonna do the Hot Wheels again, you gotta do it. You gotta make it bigger and better. Second time around, right? Because like Peter was saying, we got this again.
Yeah.
But,
The other thing is, I wish it had like more cars and stuff, and
yeah.
kind of wish that you were forced to play those cars and not any car. But that's if you want to do that, then you should just get that standalone Hot Wheels game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm fine with the cars.
No, I know, but it's like I don't know.
I'll tell you what, and I forgot where we were talking about this on Friday as I was guesting on Xbox Ultimate with our good friends Mav and Caitlin and Pong and Jasper and who else was there? I can't remember because they were making such fun of me.
Fuzzy.
And Fuzzy.
Fuzzy Belvedere.
Thank you. And Fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
And there they are. Speaking of which, there's Brother Mav. And we were talking about the Hot Wheels, and we were talking about how I was mentioning how big the tracks were, and to me, just the DLC is like as big as Forza Horizon 2 on the Xbox 360, which was Colorado. I mean, it was insanely good. And a lot of track. I mean, it's a lot of track to run.
And a lot of fun track too.
It was. Would have been nice for me not to take a whole lot of pictures, so I could, I don't know, complete the exhibition.
Yeah, that was funny. You could actually finish the race. You mean?
Which of course I did not because I was.
Except we had that one weird race. Remember? Where we had no idea where we were going. And all of a sudden, like, you missed the flag and this and that, and then you race some more, and then it's like you don't see any track. I mean, any.
Well, and that was my fault for picking a user-created track. That was my fault. That was not the game's fault.
Okay, yeah, but that was still weird though.
That was
Didn't
weird.
give you any indication of where you had to go. All of a sudden, I see Chris driving around, or at least I see his name. And it's like, okay, I guess I have to go that way. And then all of a sudden, like I was back on track, and it was in first place.
You disappeared.
Right.
We were
Where
still
are we
there.
supposed to go? Oh. I have to fix. I still have to fix a little of these things on the screen. I've Of course, I need to use the right one. I'm still working on resizing everything, thanks to our wonderful benefactor, Senor Graphic God, who created this new background for us and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still working on a little bit of the screen, so you'll have to excuse me a second while I work this out. So, how are you guys doing though?
Doing good.
Yeah, how's your weekends?
Always busy, but now swimming is really done. So now it's just recreational swimming, so that's good.
Spencer started swim lessons.
Ah, nice.
Yes, so that's now the new thing.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's see if this works. Kind of.
Kind of, maybe, sometimes just a little.
Maybe, sometimes just a little. Right.
How was your weekend? Are you done with your fence posts, or you're still digging those out?
No, we are done.
Nice.
My neighbor, my next door neighbor, lent us a. I'm gonna get to the Hot Wheels thing here. Lent me his 3/4 ton lift jack. And I used that to pretty much pull the posts out of the ground. It was
nice.
Yeah. It's beautiful. So no, they're all gone. He took what he wanted from them. And I took the rest to the landfill. And it was wonderful.
Cool.
So, yeah, very happy. I'm very, very happy. Okay, this is.
Did you ever buy that house so you can do quick photo shoots instead of processing?
I've not yet. I've not bought the house. Not bought the house yet.
Because now after every photo, it takes you 10 seconds for this thing to develop.
I know. I'm working on going back and doing the expedition though. I screwed that up mightily.
Oh yeah.
Well, it is what it is. I had fun. I had fun playing this. This was amazing.
This is fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I really enjoyed it. It's like Caitlin was saying on when you're on with them Friday that it felt like a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
And
it did at moments, and like you were playing in cockpit mode. I wasn't, but I still. It was like when going down, and where the volcano was at. It's like whoa.
Yeah. It's fast.
Well, in cockpit mode, you get a little motion sick.
Mm-hmm.
I turned off that thing, the reticule, whatever that is, the level thingy.
Yeah.
To me, that was was in the way of my vision.
I wonder if you could turn it off.
At least you could. Yeah, you can turn it off.
Oh, okay. It's kind of something a plane would have.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, the sheer amount of track, number one, and all the different areas, from snow to tropical to, the volcano. I mean, just the sheer size of this DLC is insane for $20. I mean, the game could literally be a standalone racer for that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, you can build your own tracks, right?
Yeah.
Can you? All right. So.
Yeah, there's supposed to be an editor where you can create your own track.
Is it create your own track or create your own race? Because
I thought that you can use, create the track.
I'm not sure you can build an actual track.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I haven't done it, but I could have sworn I read that was in there where, they want
That's
people
it
to be
too.
able to pick the different pieces that they want to put together and
Yeah.
create their own track, custom track.
I am not. All right,
I think you can do that. I think you can do it right now in the main game too, right? I think.
Okay, hold on. All right, wait. All right, hold on. What can I expect with Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels? All right. Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels players will be able to experience a new map, cars, features, and more.
Matt said you can make your own track. Doggy Dog said the same thing. So
yeah, explore the new Horizon Hot Wheels park in the clouds high above Mexico. And the first for the franchise, join friends and play the entire expansion from the very beginning in co-op. Enlist into the Hot Wheels Academy, blah, 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 blah. Okay, design, build, and share your own Hot Wheels adventure with over 80 distinct snappable track pieces. There you go.
I guess if they're snappable, you better make your own tracks. Otherwise, it's a useless stat.
Right. So, speaking
that's cool. You make something really cool.
Yeah, that's something to try out. Of course, if I could get myself
and the sky is the limit.
Literally, because you can just jump right into the sky here. So, I took so many pictures that I failed I literally did not finish the expedition. That is that's sad. But I enjoyed it, damn it.
Yeah. I finished the whole story. Was it yesterday or the day before? Something like that.
Yeah. Very nice. I have not finished it yet. I've been splitting a little time between this and continuing on with my retro and Atari VCS stuff. I decided, and I'm gonna try to get it out the door by the end of the month. I don't think I'm gonna make it, so it's just gonna be in August. The July Video Games Monthly box, sadly, is going to be our last Video Games Monthly box. I've unfortunately canceled the subscription. And it's nothing to do with Video Games Monthly. It's not a bad service or anything like that. It's neat subscription wise, but truthfully, nothing I got for Seth, he played. So, we had Wii, we had GameCube. At one point, we had DS. He never touched any of it. So, it's just for $50 a month. Yeah, it just stopped becoming worth it. So,
that's 50 times 3 months of Game Pass.
Right. Yeah, it kind of is. Or, something else I want to do, like join. So I'm also leaving the YMCA and joining Planet Fitness. So, some of that money goes towards that. Or if I just want to buy a game, or if Dreadpool calls me from, a video convention, a game convention and says, hey, I can get you these 3 import Saturn games for $60. Then I go, that's a better use of my money.
Yeah.
It's nice to want to collect for systems, but at the same time, the only systems I really want to collect for would be, at the moment, Xbox 360, PlayStation. PlayStation's very emulatable on the VCS. PlayStation 2 is hit or miss, but PlayStation 2 is hit or miss even on like the PC that I'm using to stream here. So I can't really justify even that because then I'm gonna end up needing to get a PS2 again and an HDMI cable. So it's just not.
Yeah, you don't have a George Foreman version 3, right?
I do not. If I could find one of those, that'd be great because then I could expand to PS3. So, but it's okay. I'm gonna do other things, and I'll go to a retro shop, and if I find something I want to buy, I'll get it. That's all. Besides, Seth and I are going to have very soon. Seth and I are going to have plenty else to talk about and cover. That's all I can say.
Oh no, that can be.
Wonder.
Yeah.
Wonder. Oh my goodness, I'm so bad.
It's all good.
What else have you guys been playing, Chris? Have you got not much?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
What have you been?
Did you finish your Valhalla?
Yes. That's right. Yes.
Nice.
So over the weekend I was off this weekend, so I got a little bit more gaming in, and I finished Valhalla. I finally got to the end. I conquered all the regions and DLC. And isn't there a DLC where you go in Paris?
I think so. I don't know what's included for free or not, but I do not have the season pass or anything. So.
Yeah. But I mean, I took out the whole order. I completed that.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
But even at the end, I felt like that completing everything, it was a little lackluster. I felt like there wasn't enough, like, to show the triumph, to show the conquer you did all throughout England. It was kind of like just a mellow, here you go, here's the key, here's, you know what I mean, Peter? So unless I'm missing something, but
yeah, I didn't like that one guy.
Yeah.
Name now,
the King was it Albert?
Had a guy with a beard. Did he have a beard?
Almost everybody had a beard.
You're right.
In that game.
The one that you end up on in the end.
Yeah.
Forgot his name. I
didn't really care for that Odin fight because I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, I didn't.
And then until I talked to you, and then I went and looked, I was like, okay. And I guess I wasn't, he said stuff, and you're supposed to pick up on the clues. It's like I just didn't get it, and I was like, all right, this is getting annoying. Can't get anywhere because I was able to, attack him easily, but it was like. Right. But I'm not taking anything away from him, so it's like it's not going anywhere. But no, I really enjoyed it overall, and I love Ubisoft games. I do have Origins, so downloaded and started that, so I will be going to that at some point. But but I also downloaded at Dust Falls.
Oh yeah.
And then I ordered that one Highway 96, or what was it called? Something like that, Road 96. And I thought that was kind of interesting because I know Phil had tweeted that, and I watched the video and was like, okay, that looks amazing.
Is it a Game Pass?
Yeah. Okay. And it's kind of similar, story-driven game. I think decisions you make, a little bit different art style, but so Sunday I finished book 1 at Dust Falls.
Yeah, it's really good. I've finished that game too. I finished that game.
The book 1.
No, I finished the whole
thing?
6 books.
Yeah,
it's really
wow.
Yeah, there's 6 books.
Wow.
Basically, it's in 2 sections of 3 books.
Mm-hmm.
And so I finished the whole thing. But yeah, it's great. I really want to run through it, but again, and just be like,
Yeah,
so many different outcomes. I did parts of it.
Yeah.
Towards the end to see what will happen, and it's like I really want to play.
I definitely
play the whole thing, and
want to do another playthrough when I'm done, just to see. Okay, well, if I choose this, how can I affect the outcome? Compared to what I did last time. So it did surprise me. I mean, I saw that people were really enjoying the story, but I don't really play those games really much. Like Last of Us. Wait, is it Last of Us? No, not Last of Us. I don't know, that other story-driven or any of those other ones.
I never really. Life is Strange is what you're thinking.
Life is Strange, yeah. But the thing is, who was it mentioned? I think, what's his name? when you're on Friday, he said he didn't really get into Life is Strange, which I understand because that's a different audience.
That might have been fun.
It's about. Yeah, I may have been or Pong, but that's more geared towards a different audience.
It was Pong.
Teenagers.
We talked about right. They were
and I didn't get into that either. I was like, okay, my daughter was playing it, and I watched her play it, like, But this one was definitely geared towards our audience, our age group, because you can relate. They're married. The couple was married. You had a kid, and everything they were going through, and you were sitting there making decisions. And pretty much the way I've been playing it right now is like how I would try to, what I would do in my life right now, how I treat things or make decisions in my life. So, and it's kind of cool, at the end when you finish a chapter or whatever, it tells you, how you made your decisions, like your family you made towards this or that. So it's kind of cool. So it'll be interesting to go back and play it again, but I definitely want to finish the story mode, the whole thing. So pleasantly surprised. So that
and there's certain parts in the story you can go back and replay certain things, so you can do different actions. Yeah. Basically, you can copy that whole decision tree and just change certain things. And there's some different outcomes. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's
first game, right, for this group, this studio, and Xbox published it. So
it's fantastic. I hope they make more.
That's the thing. I think good response. And hopefully Xbox will publish them again, work with them for some more. Yeah, and I know some people complain about the art style. It kind of, to me, it's kind of like a book that will move, as it's going to the next stage throughout the story. And it didn't really bother me, really. So
kind of liked it. Cool. It was very zen.
It's new, yeah. So it's a different break on how a lot of other story-driven games are.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend it in Game Pass.
Yeah, I think it's a welcome change. And
and it's $30. I think it's worth $30.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, if you like those type of games.
And it has like replayability.
Oh yeah.
You can play like 6 times through and have different outcomes, and you see different stuff. At least 6, from what I can see already. So.
And I kind of want to sit down with my wife, and even my 9-year-old. I think it would be okay for her. I mean, it's nothing really jarring for her to, but I think it'd be interesting to get their input on what they would choose.
Yeah, you can play it with multiple people at the same time, right? They can download a mobile app.
Yeah, that's what
the mobile app. Though, is it like majority rules or something like that?
Something like where they all
anything about that on Friday.
Input in. Yeah, maybe it's something like that where the majority is the pick. But like Matt was saying, that it takes time to get everybody's picks in, and then so it kind of slows things down a bit.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting to play this with my wife, and then get her.
I mean, if you're sitting like just with one person, like what you say, your wife, you can just ask her, "Hey, what shall we do?" Like, hey,
put her on the spot. Hey, your turn. Because it does. You're worried about the characters, and you're like, well, man, if I do this, and then it has a timer, and then you're like, oh shit, okay, this, that,
Yeah. And sometimes when you wait a little longer,
I know, yeah,
you get another option.
I know, yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
So really good dynamics. Really, you're able to follow through with the different characters and get their history and why, what's going on, what happened in the past, and why, led to them, in the current moment, stuff like that. So, yeah. Great.
But yeah, it's definitely for more mature audiences.
It is, yeah. And what's cool is that Lemon, he interviewed the developer, right? Or the PR guy.
Nice. I must have missed that one.
Yeah. So go back to his channel. He has an interview on that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
If only I wasn't playing retro games at the moment. Well, it's like I'm.
This game you can play in the cloud too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's
when
something
you
that I
hit the
need
can,
to. Yeah.
you know, when you're at the library.
Yeah, it's convenient to where you want to play it.
True. Play a little bit while I'm in bed.
I started on the. No, actually, I played the whole game on mobile. Actually.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You think
once I started like replaying certain parts, I played that on Xbox, but
yeah. Do you think that you playing on mobile was more responsive as a touch?
I was gonna say, did it have touch?
Yeah.
Because I feel like using the controller, it felt a little wonky. Like I should have been using a mouse, and it would have been quicker.
Right.
But using a controller, you can use a D-pad to go back and forth. But even then, I felt like it wasn't as quick or responsive. I felt like it was made more for mouse or touch.
Yeah, no, the touch was good.
Yeah,
the touch is good. Played another game today, and I might have started yesterday, and the touch was horrible. It was like, what's on? Yeah. So, but this game, yeah, touch was good.
Yeah,
I would say play it on xCloud on the mobile if you play it solo, or on an iPad or some other larger mobile device, tablet.
Okay. It's a good excuse for me to play it while I'm laying in bed.
Yeah. That's how I played a few chapters.
Lennon said you could play with 8 cell phone controllers or mix it up cloud also. Speaking of which, and I'm sorry, let me bring it up. I want to say hi to everybody before it scrolls too much where I can't. Brother Doggy Dog is in the house. Brother, it's Timmy. Timmy's in the house tonight. Driz. He said, yes. Driz. We had a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun playing Fall Guys with Driz. He wants to play. He wants to play some more. And he wants to play Among Us, which I haven't played.
Oh yeah, we can try that. I've never played that. So.
Me neither.
We should do an old man Among Us night. Brother Sean is here. He said, "Hello, I'm here because
you already played that on Friday."
Oh yeah. I'm here because you're talking about VR and virtual reality is what I've always been interested in. That appeals to me. Well, Sean, Brother Shondell, I thought you were always here just because you liked us. Brother Spooky is in the house. He's out tonight with his wonderful, wonderful children. They are out at a park, but he is listening and lurking because that's what our brother does. An awesome Brother Spooky. By the way, if you haven't checked it out, he's got a show which comes on pretty much right after which I'm glad they don't really clash.
Right after Lemon?
Right after Dragon's Den. So also looking forward to the return of speaking of which, Brother 108 Dragons TV, our brother Lemon is here tonight. Talking about Brother Mav. Fun Speculation said hi to him earlier, who graciously had me back on Xbox Ultimate to torture me and make fun of my age, which is all good. I had a great time with that.
Was it a one more time night or?
No, but it was a great night. I love chopping it up with those guys. They're, Pong is just, fountain of knowledge. Jasper's great guy, great young gamer. Fuzzy, another great seasoned gamer like we are. And of course, Sister Caitlin, who has not been on NLG yet, but we are going to change that. We're going to get Mav back on, and we're going to get Caitlin on too, so that we can get to know Caitlin a little more. So, Boogeyman is in the house, Brother Boogie, my Maryland brother. He is here tonight. Who else we got in here? Project Jeff, our wonderful brother Project Jeff. And it looks like Brother Nick, who has come in from his own stream where he was playing. I think he was playing Adventure Island. He was playing. Hold on, because it said "Damn you, Matthews." So it must have been something that Rob, Mr. Matthews, had had wanted him to play. I have to say it's not on my. Hold on. He was streaming Adventure Island for the NES. Damn you, Matthews. I love his thumbnail too. His thumbnails are the best. Hang on. Oh. I love it, Nick. Love it. Oh, Nick's been on a roll too with his Geek Story and his gaming oddities and his gamer minutes. Those have been really good. So, but yeah, always good stuff. Always good stuff with Nick. Who else? Who else am I missing? Oh, where'd it go? Where did my thing go? There we go. What just happened, brother? What just happened is here. And I think I covered everybody. I think I got everybody. So, all right. So with you guys playing that, I have been. Oh, and there's Cerebral Paul. What's up, brother Paul? So shout out Niall. Brother Niall is here. So, hey, so I shouted out Dread. Let me shout out brother Paul, because here's how this happened. So again, Dreadpool called me on, hold on, let me see. When did he call me? He called me on the 17th. It was last Sunday. And he said, "Hey, I'm at a retro show, and I got Paul with me, and we were passing by some stuff, and there were some Saturn games here." And he said, Paul said, "Hey, you think Myke would be interested in any of these games? You ought to call him." So thanks to brother Cerebral Paul, Dread gave me a call, and I am going to be the proud owner of Fighters Megamix, Winter Heat, which is the Winter Games version of Decathlete, and Fighting Vipers. And here's the thing. I'm not that kind of snob anymore when it comes to the value of games. Fighters Megamix, the US copy, is worth $175 or something like that. That's the going price. The import version, because there was a heck of a lot more of those made, $20. Same thing with Fighting Vipers. Fighting Vipers is like a $80, $90 game, $20. Winter Heat is a $150 game, $20. So, 3 import games for the price of a good old $60. And got to give a shout out to Paul for catching that and telling Dread to call me. So, brother Paul, nice. Thank you. And since my Saturn has an import switch on it, I don't care if they're imports or not. I really don't. So, but otherwise, I have continued to just fire up the Atari VCS and play games. Both the recharge games. I've got now that I've put out, so some of you may have seen on Sunday, I put out my latest Atari VCS video about the controllers and the classic controller, which Byrnes.
Is it still holding up?
It's still holding up. I am impressed.
We'll have weekly check-ins.
Yes, yes. And brother Retro Rich, Bacon Ice Cream Productions, made a little topper for it. He's gonna send me, because he said that when Atari Creep did his unboxing, he noticed that, and I didn't realize this, that the joystick is actually smaller than the original Atari 2600 stick. So Rich's topper makes it a little bit wider, a little bit taller, and changes the grip a little bit. So I'm going to see how that works. But no, I really enjoy it. And to be honest, I'm using the modern controller for all my emulation because it's literally the same layout as an Xbox Series X controller, and I show that. So, and then I show some game footage and stuff so people can see. And I love doing this. So I recorded the game footage and I recorded myself playing the game, kind of like what Graphic God does when he's doing his live streams. But I was able to time it and show it in a video. So that is up on the channel. And so now I'm working on the next video, which is playing the recharge games that I have. And then going back and playing the arcade and the 2600 version. And the other thing that I'm going to be doing, now that I'm not paying $50 a month for the subscription for Video Games Monthly, is I'm going to pick up some of those Atari VCS games. And then very soon, sometime in the month of August, our great friend and brother and I mean really good friend of ours, Myke is going to come and hang out with us and talk about the new Atari VCS collection, or I'm sorry, the Atari 50th anniversary collection, which is coming out on the Xbox, the PlayStation 5 and 4. I think he said Switch, Steam, and the VCS. And I'm actually going to buy it on the VCS.
Awesome.
So then I've been playing a lot of emulation on it. So I've got my second emulation video coming as well. I'm going to show off. So I'm going to show off Atari Jaguar games. I'm going to show off some regular PlayStation games, and then I'm going to show the hit or miss of the PlayStation 2 stuff because it just nothing yet really does PlayStation 2 fully. So I'll show that as well. That's what I've been doing. That's what I've been playing. And I got to get back to some modern gaming soon. I don't know if I'm going to yet, though, because...
It's all good, sir.
Yeah, I got
it'll be there when you want to play it.
Yes, it'll be there.
May not be in Game Pass anymore, but you know.
It will be retro eventually, so eventually Myke will play.
That's it.
That's it. It's not retro enough. It has to age like a fine wine.
That's right. So, what are we talking about tonight, boys?
I don't know. Maybe VR, because is VR still the future?
Is VR still the future? All right. So this was
ask Meta.
Yeah. Maybe
depends on the price.
Maybe don't ask them.
Yeah.
Because let's
ask PlayStation first.
Let's do that. Let me go to let me bring up PlayStation blog because of the two, this is what I was most intrigued about. So let me turn off the oops, not the chat. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to turn off the chat. I'm sorry. Turn off that.
No.
I know. So bad. Okay.
Still here. My camera froze.
Hey, it's like that time. It was like that time you were on the...
Just shift me a few pixels now and then.
You're right.
I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden, I see my screen flash, like my monitor's blinked, and now my thing doesn't work. I'll give it a kick in the pants in a minute. Not my machine, hopefully, but
that's funny.
My camera.
4, 6. Okay. Welcome, John 907i. Welcome to our chat. Welcome to our show. Welcome to our channel. Hey, Zombie! What's up, Zombie? Brother Zombie in the house. All right, so we're looking at the early look at the user experience for the PlayStation VR2. So let's start here because this is the good stuff. This is the good news. This is what I after seeing some of the things that this does, I'm actually really intrigued. If this is priced right, Peter, this could be a huge boon for us on the VR front.
Yeah, priced right and backwards compatible with.
And backwards compatible. So
with the original PSVR, or at least with the majority of the games.
Yeah. So let me check something real quick. Give me a quick second. I am gonna look at Skype.
I think my camera is a no-go, but you guys can still hear me and stuff, right?
Yeah. Try turning it off and back on. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. The camera doesn't. Let me try a different. I'll just use a different camera. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, just use your other camera.
Boogie, I think FIFA 23 might be the last one for EA. Might have one more after that.
Oh, the last FIFA called FIFA?
Yeah.
Sean says, I'm just confused when you said to me that you thought I love you guys. I knew you was going to say that because if certain topics don't interest me and not watching certain videos that don't appeal to me. Tisk, Sean. You should always be in here hanging out with us, though. Yeah. You never know. You could always get interested in stuff. Hey, what's up, General Spartan? In the house, been playing and getting the hang of Grim Down, downloading Elite Dangerous, but wondering if Rebel Galaxy Outlaw is worth the $30. Rebel Galaxy Outlaw is not one that I've played. Have you? Either of you guys?
No, but I remember on Good Morning Xbox, Cool Cat Terry showed that one off. It looked kind of cool.
All right. Not in Game Pass, right?
No. Steam, I believe.
Okay.
I think it's on Xbox, but it's not in Game Pass.
H2O is cold, John.
Yeah, mine is too, but it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not what you're sipping tonight, Brother John.
No.
All right, so the road to launch is in full swing. We can't wait for you to try the exciting new games and experiences you'll be able to explore with their next-gen virtual reality headset. Now, that they haven't told us a date, haven't told us a price, but otherwise
they're in full swing.
We're in full swing. Other than that,
hopefully it's not going to be a hit. Hopefully it's going to be a hit and not a miss.
It does interest me why Oculus, well, Meta, whatever the hell you want to call them now, is decided to raise the price.
Well,
I'm not gonna say, but what they said today, does it have anything to do with maybe they know what is up with the VR2?
I don't think so.
How are you going to be competitive? I know we're going to get to that. So
no. So
let's look at the good stuff in here.
Yeah,
there's some cool features that this thing is going to have.
But you have to have a PS5.
Yes.
Yes, because this is PS5.
It has an umbilical cord to the behemoth.
Yes. All right. So see-through view. Now this is something that Oculus has. That the Oculus Quest has. Yes, because I've used Seth's Oculus Quest 2, and this has it. So because this has, like the Oculus, this has cameras on the device itself. So you can see your surroundings while wearing the headset with our new see-through feature. Comes in handy when you want to easily check where the PSVR's sense controllers are in the room without taking the headset off, so you don't punch a wall or something. Thanks to the PSVR2's embedded front cameras, Users can press the function button on the headset or use the card in the control center to switch between viewing your surroundings or viewing the content.
Can I do both? Like a kind of a mixed reality?
That would
Can
be...
we play like Minecraft on a coffee table in front of us? That would be
awesome.
something.
See, Microsoft should have kept moving forward with HoloLens. So, all right. So the see-through view is for viewing only. There's no recording option. That makes sense. you don't turn on the camera and yeah. All right. A new broadcast feature for PS2 will allow you to film yourself while playing by connecting a PS5 HD camera to the console.
But not your old PS4 with the adapter, I guess.
I guess not. It's a great way to show. All right, so here's the... Here, I'll make this... Can I not make it full screen? All right, well, that's what it looks like when it is sensing your surroundings.
So like film yourself the way you look like a fool playing VR?
No.
or they're broadcasting the game you're playing, not like broadcasting you outside. You know what I mean? It's like, why? I don't want anybody to see me playing it. How it looks.
Well, I think that's what the PS5 camera is for. They can actually see you hacking and slashing in the air.
Paul says, so you don't walk into walls. Not that I would walk into walls. No, and this is to create your play area too. So if you notice what it's doing, see how it's scanning. It's scanning and it's also filling in the blue, and it's creating your play area.
That's what the Quest does too, right? Can
That's
you do
a good question.
Play area? I believe so.
I want to say it does, but I'm not 100% sure. I will check that on Seth's device. So that's what this is doing. Is cameras will allow you to scan the room, while the PSVR 2Sense controllers allow you to expand and further customize the play area to fit your play style and room environment. So that's what it's doing. So it's taking, it's taking your couch, for example, and knowing that okay, that's your play area.
Yeah, you have that stool like in the corner, and so it says like it will get you injured. So
right,
it's gonna let you go there.
It'll let you know like, hey, move this, and then that way you can have a
probably. I don't know what it will do.
Perimeter around you for a safe.
It warns you somehow that you're getting out of your boundary.
Yeah, well, it says while playing, if you get close to the boundary you've set up, you'll receive a warning that you're closely approaching the play area boundary. So your settings will be saved unless you move into a different play area. How are you going to move into a different play area?
Well, if you go move into another room or something.
Remember, you're tethered.
All right,
you're on a leash. You're leashed.
I know what Mr. Moneybags with your PlayStation 5 in every room.
No, but I mean, if you move your PlayStation 5 into another room,
I know what you. Yes,
I had to scan again.
Yes. All right, John is not a VR fan. Old school gamer here. VR sucks. People end up never leaving the couch. That's why I don't like it. So I will say this. With the PSVR, I can't say that I disagree, because even games like Iron Man, where you needed to use the move controllers and, use your arms and fly and all that stuff, I still sat in a chair. Not like the couch, but I still sat in a chair and played sitting down. I rarely played the PSVR standing up. I'm with you there, but I also think that the difference with this new PSVR, because it is so much like, let me go back up to the first view of it, because it's so much like the Quest 2, where it's got these cameras on it. I think these the four little holes you see there are cameras. Because it has that, it's going to want you to move around the room a little bit more. So the games and experiences are probably going to be a bit more tailored to you actually moving around a bit. So,
be right back.
Okay. Hey, what's up? EverCanadian Pete is in the house. All right. So, VR and cinematic mode. So, VR content is going to be 4,000 by 2040 HDR. 2,000 by 2040 per eye. 90 to 120 hertz frame rate.
That is cool.
That's going to be insane.
Mm-hmm.
Why are there 3 GOG people shows on at the same time? TV Guide fracked me again. Who else is? Oh, you know what? Papa Pete's doing some television stuff tonight. We ought to pop in and see what he's up to. Hold on. While we're waiting on Chris to get back. Let's go see what Papa Pete is doing. Papa Pete's got a television game night going on. Hold on, watch this. I just told him we're waving from our show to his.
Yeah.
He is playing Battlestar Galactica, which is a if anybody knows anything about the Intellivision, there was a game called Space Spartans. It was an IntelliVoice game, and it looked a lot like this. Space Battle also looked a lot like this. I'm not sorry, Space Spartans didn't look like this. Space Battle looked exactly like this, and somebody repurposed it with the Cylons.
Was the IntelliVoice, was it an add-on or was it built in?
It's an add-on. Here.
Okay.
We'll get it while we're waiting on Chris. Oh. So this is the IntelliVoice. And so it plugged in to the Intellivision, and then it had a volume control in the front. Hey, what's up? It's brother Jeff from GoGameGo. So now we've got all kinds of Gamers United Guild inception going on. We've got EverCanadian in the chat. We got Cerebral Paul in the chat. We got Jeff in the chat. We're waiting on Chris to get back. We're watching Papa Pete, who's live right now. I'm even going to click like. And we got other Gamers United Guild brother in the chat. We got Doggy Dog. We got 108 Dragons. So we got all kinds of good stuff. So I know you guys
Jeff
can't.
says, I feel like I need to go stream now.
Right? So. Well, we were going to start doing that with the Nintendo show if we had stayed on Thursday nights. So, all right. So in cinematic mode, let's get back to yeah, Doggy Dog's up in here. All right, so in cinematic mode on the PSVR, players can view the PS5 system and UI, all non-VR game media content on a so that's the same with and we got Geeks with Cash up in here too, so we got all kinds of Gamers United Guild tonight. So all the regular content is going to be in 1920 by 1080, so basically 1080p HDR with 60 FPS and 120 hertz frame rate. So the thing though is there's still no All right. Soon comes the launch date and additional games.
I hope the games are gonna be good.
Hope so too.
Like a lot of VR games. They look like they don't have the graphic fidelity as our current gen games. Maybe there are some exceptions, but they're more like experiences or more. I'm not going to say cartoony because that's a whole different thing, but some kind of very more simplistic. So I hope with this one we kind of get the VR version of something that's like great.
Are we doing an MST3K version of Papa Pete? we should do that. We should watch him and then we should just make jokes. That would be funny. The sex bots were attacking him too. Nick, Jeff had to go save him. Oh.
Hey, what's up, GoGameGo? I'm representing my brothers.
All right, we were checking out a little Papa Pete action while you were out.
There you go.
So he was playing Battlestar Galactica on the Intellivision. So
cool.
Oh man, I just realized too that I don't know if it's just okay, Mav's streaming while he's watching us too, so thank you, Mav. Oh yeah, let's check back in with Papa Pete.
When is Mav not streaming?
I know. Oh, you know what? I hear the voice.
I don't hear anything.
Hold on. I don't know how to do.
I'm focused on this game now.
Hang on. Let me see if I can.
Just leave it, otherwise something gets screwed up.
Well, right. That's how it happens. So, all right. So, all right. We'll let him. We'll watch him play for a little bit while we talk about this. So, yeah. So launch date, price.
I mean, is launch going to be this year or?
I don't know.
I don't know anything about it. It's like they haven't announced any like.
It's the year's coming closer to the. We're getting close to the August, so.
Yeah, we're.
Unless they're waiting closer to.
Or do you think they're gonna see how many they can make and before they give a date?
But at some point they got to give a date and then a pre-order, right? Because holidays are coming up. They they got to get all that set so all the scalpers can get all that taken care of.
Yeah. Do you think it? So do you think it hits by holiday season?
It's gotta hit around that time.
I don't know.
I mean, it's August already.
Yeah.
Oh.
We kind of know when.
I mean, the thing is, like, in order to get those things, they need to be made already, right?
You would think so. Not just that.
So, and once they're being made, then somebody will say, like, hey, as I'm rolling off the factory belt down here. So.
Well, you also have to think. They haven't announced any games yet.
True.
So.
Well, they could still do. I'm sure they're going to do a state of play dedicated to God of War Ragnarok, right? At some point.
Yeah.
And then they'll do another state of play when they announce all this stuff. The new VR, price and launch date and all that. Maybe they'll, you know.
Paul thinks it's going to be holiday 23.
Yeah, but if you that might have to be. They really need time to like, especially so. Paul also said earlier in the chat that he thinks it's going to be $500, or those are the rumors that he's hearing.
Yeah.
That number one, I don't know. I don't know that $500 is gonna. That's as much as the console. I don't know if they can do that.
Well, that was it last time too, right? With the PSVR.
I think it was $399. Wasn't it when it launched?
How much was a PS4?
That's true. That is true. It was the same price as the PS4, but the PS4 had already kind of dropped in price by then. You would be talking about you'd be talking about a VR system, a VR helmet that would cost as much currently as the console. To spend $1,000.
Yeah, and the thing is, like a Quest will be $399.
Right. So let's get to that part.
And that has a battery, and it's all self-contained. You could use it with a cable and connect it to PC, but
yeah, let me
What, the PSVR 2?
What?
Are you talking about the Oculus? Peter, you said they
the Meta, the Quest,
okay,
the Quest 2. It's going to be $399.
Yeah, so here's that. All right.
So
it's going up from what price to $399? I thought it was $299. Now it's $399.
Going up $100, both of them.
Yeah.
So not an insignificant amount. So here's where and I
a 30% increase.
Yeah, and I gotta call it as it is. It's really funny how they're marketing this.
It's like it's a good thing.
It's like it's a good thing.
Hey, you're gonna pay us more. That is a good thing.
Look at this. Now we're making a change that'll help us continue to invest for the long term and keep driving the VR industry forward. With best-in-class hardware, action-packed games, and cutting-edge research on the path to truly next-gen devices. So starting in August, everything's going to be $100 more. That is
But
wait, if you order within the next 2 hours, you get
nothing
at no additional cost.
Ass backwards.
Yes, you get a game that you could get anywhere for $5. Beat Saber.
Oh, alongside these changes, I never read this piece. We'll also increase the prices for the accessories and refurbished units. So your refurbished $299 unit is now going to cost you more than what they were new. I don't know. I made that up. But
so they're saying $399 to $499 for 128 gigabyte to 256. What is the current one that you bought, Myke, as far as gigabytes?
128.
You're okay for when you bought it was $299.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, brother. Brother John says, "Nice pool table, bro." Thank you. It does get used. So, hey, brother Kurt's in the house. What's up, brother Kurt? I saw brother Kurt over.
Yours is getting used more than just for storage.
It is. I'm actually shooting pool on it. So, this is hilarious. It is.
Are you standing in front of your pool table while you're playing VR pool?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not hitting anything.
Get that full experience.
Yes, exactly.
So if you did it with augmented reality, you could see where the balls would go. Now that would be kind of cool.
That's right. So this is hilarious. Let's see how much It will also increase. This is like, you guys remember the movie Robin Hood Men in Tights from Mel Brooks?
Yeah.
Remember the scene when the sheriff of Rottingham comes in and the king's, I think he's taking a bath, right? And the sheriff comes in and he's got bad news. And the king goes, Richard Lewis, he goes, I hate bad news. Wait. What if you told me the bad news in a good way, and then it won't sound so bad? Thanks, Nick. Thank you. Nick with the trigger finger. Thank you, brother.
He's like one of those mosquito swatters with an electric thing, like. Zzz, zzz.
So that is how I read this. So then he goes, okay, the bad news in a good way. Guess what? Starting in August, the MetaQuest 2 will cost $3.99 and $4.99 for the US for the 128%. And alongside these changes, are you ready for this? We're going to increase the prices of our MetaQuest 2 accessories and refurbished units.
Yeah, that refurbished unit, you looked at it, was $249, right?
Right.
They're probably going to go for $299.
Right.
I mean, what in the world do we live in?
This is wonderful news. This is hilarious. I try, we try to be positive here on the NLG show. But come on. Could you imagine if right now Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo put out a blog post that said, guess what, everybody? The Xbox Series X is now going to cost $700. And all of our games are going to increase to $99 a piece. Isn't that awesome?
Oh, and we're also going to increase the price for the refurbished unit.
Right. John, there you go, John. And it's all for your own good.
Yeah, but what's funny is here it says, and a limited time, every new headset purchase will include a popular download for the VR rhythm game Beat. Limited time.
Right. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
And
So
no
also, like, if it's so popular, why do you give it away for free?
At no additional cost.
Right?
Hold on. Let's see what that little asterisk is at the bottom of the page.
The additional cost is $100 for that game.
Oh, if you don't have Beat Saber, then you can get it at no additional cost. For 14 days following activation? What?
Only for 14 days.
Oh, the download Beat Saber at no additional. So you can download it for 14 days after activation. So you activate it, you have 2 weeks. Don't sleep on it.
On day 15, you're screwed.
You're screwed. Oh, my goodness.
This is hilarious.
But wait. Up? Oh, one thing that they didn't mention, they should have said like, a Facebook account or Meta account, whatever it is called. Now, a Facebook account is not required. They should add some more positive news to that.
Yeah.
I guess that's the $100 you pay for.
Right.
Now, this price, when does it go into effect? I didn't catch that.
Starting next week.
Oh, shit. But you know what's funny? My daughter's been asking for a VR.
Yeah, you better
get it too late. You're going to pay $100 for it. Because I asked
you get it while it's $2.99.
Get them quick or get them on sale.
I'm going to find a refurbished one real quick. I was planning on getting one.
No, it's still $2.99 right now. You could buy it $2.99, or you could buy it.
I might. I bet I might have to pick this up this week. This weekend. Refurbished
for $249. Get it while you can. Because next week And all of this stuff is going up. The carrying case, the strap, elite strap with battery, the charging dock, and the gaming
what if
headphones.
this is all a gimmick, right? And all of us like me is like, man, I wanted to get this for Christmas. Oh shit, let me hurry up and buy it now. And then afterwards they're like, well, you know what? We decided, that wasn't a good idea. We listened to y'all. And man, we sure
come
made a
out
lot
with
of
a
money
Quest 3
within this week.
Right. What's
come out
up,
with a
Sweet and
Quest
Tender
3, which
Hooligan?
now better and improved. It's Beat Saber in the box. $4.99.
Yeah.
With a 256 gig is the lower end model,
Mm-hmm.
I have a 512.
So you
Who knows?
On these you cannot update the gigabytes. Is there not a slot to add?
I don't think you can.
That's
But you can connect. You can buy a cable that you hook to your PC.
Yeah.
Tech specs. Let's see. I am not sure that you can. Okay, so you can connect it to a computer to get.
Yeah, Paul says
Rift
no
games.
use added memory.
Okay, thanks, Paul. Well, they're acting like Apple.
Hey, what are the perks from buying? You feel the pain.
Somebody comes from Meta and kicks you in the nuts.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is.
I get right now with the inflation and all this stuff, people are raising their prices, but $100, and I read somewhere that they're not doing well, right? They're losing money for the money that they paid into this, but they're not really reaping what they want. So do they really think by raising the price that they're going to actually make more money? They're going to actually gain some of that money back? Because
I don't.
Now, to me, this discourages people to actually go buy this, because Myke, you bought one for the kids for holiday, last year, because $299. That's not too bad. It's a decent headset, VR,
No, it's not bad at all. I mean, look, I've played it, and Spencer and Seth love it. I don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the Meta Quest 2 is a bad headset. No way.
Oh yeah, we get that. It's just that it's the bad decision to raise the price.
This is horrible.
The $100. That's horrible. It's not
$100.
that
people went nuts because one of our other friends had to raise the cost of their goods by $30 or $40. This is $100. $100. So,
and the thing is, for $299, I think they had a lot of, I know a lot of people who bought those units.
Yeah.
For $399, they probably won't. And then also, when with what you said, inflation and stuff, so your disposable income will be less now.
Yeah.
So it will be even worse. It's like, I mean,
I know Sean said that he's played Skyrim. He really likes it. Sean, do you have the Meta Quest 2? I wonder what headset, or does he have the PSVR?
You mean
Hooligan?
You talking about Sweet and Tender Hooligan? Because he was the one who.
No, Sean. Sean had mentioned that he was playing Skyrim, and so did Sweet. Also mentioned he played Skyrim and he likes it. I mean, so they've been advertising the Meta Quest 2 since it came out. I've seen several commercials, and so the last commercial I just saw was the one for the Star Wars Galaxy, where you're at the Disneyland Galaxy area, and there's like a story and there's stuff to do, with that game. I was like, hey, I kind of like that. And what's funny? My daughter saw it. She's like, hey, Dad, look, you could get the VR, the Quest 2, and you could play that, and then I could buy me. It's like, she was already trying to, get me hyped up for it because of Star Wars. But $399,
Yeah. But yeah, curious what the PSVR 2 is going to cost. I'm afraid that's going to be $500.
That's why I said earlier, it makes me wonder that they come up with this price set. Do they already have an idea what the PSVR 2 is going to be priced? Maybe similar.
But there are other PSVR sets, right? That are more expensive. Like the one from Valve, whatever it's called.
The HTC Vive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Some other ones, so it's like.
But the Oculus and the PSVR have been the most popular ones.
Yeah, well, the Vive also has the cameras that you set up in your room and all that stuff. I mean, that's different. There's a reason that.
Well, that used to be the Oculus, the other Oculus ones as well.
Yeah. Have we seen any numbers as far as this in NPD? Like any as far as how many Quest 2s they've sold?
No, they don't really.
And I noticed, right? I mean,
I don't think they report. I honestly don't think they report those kind of numbers.
Yeah.
But right here down below, they said people have spent over $1 billion on MetaQuest apps, helping to fuel developers' businesses as deliver games and experience. That right there alone should say that Facebook is making money off of this. They get a cut of that.
Absolutely, they do.
The software is what makes the money. So to raise the price $100 plus is just
right.
Wow.
And that's the thing. And so look, I get this, right? Since at the same time the cost to make and ship our products have been on the rise, right? This is not new information. Mm-hmm. But $100.
Yeah.
And then they're also up there, and it's not, and the refurbished units. That tells me that this
and all the accessories.
Right. That's all. That tells me
a little elastic strap.
Yeah, that tells me that's bullshit. Right.
Yeah, it has a smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And Paul says they sold a ton last holiday, which I believe it because, I mean, they were advertising the heck out of it and it looked cool. You bought one, Myke. Yeah. And now here we are going into holidays this year, and you're telling me that they expect to sell as much or more, at $100 more in this economy right now?
Oh, here's the thing. Maybe they raise the price now, then at the holidays they can drop it by 100. Like, oh look, a steal.
Yeah.
Or a unit that's now old. Because when we read in here, so we have Project Cambria, their high-end headset. Later this year, we plan to ship new generation of Meta Quest. So new generation Meta Quest after that. So maybe they don't want to drop the price for the holidays, but so below $299, but they can still sell them for $299 because they raised the price right now. I don't know. I'm not an analyst. I'm just trying to make sense of this.
You know, Boogeyman, I think, said it best. Just remember, they can't pull the cash out of your ass if you don't bend over. That's pretty much it. Truth.
Bending over in the gas pump, and then now we're bending over for VR.
Right. I just, and each headset keeps getting better after you buy. From hand tracking improvements and AirLink to Meta Horizon Home. It's fine. That's all good. But now, this is so backwards. It typically is that the early adopters are the one that kind of subsidize the people that come after you, right? And that's okay. I'm totally down with that. I realize we have been subsidizing gamers for decades, right? This is the first time that people buying after us are going to subsidize. It just makes no friggin' sense.
Yeah,
I can't get over this one. I mean, I'm glad we've got them, but if this were this year and our kids wanted them, ain't no way. No way. I mean, $500 for a 256 gig version. And here's the thing. So let's just say, let me do this. Let me bring the PlayStation one back up. Because, now let me bring it up over here. Because I want you to think about this for a sec. Let's say that Cerebral Paul is correct. And PSVR 2 is going to come in at $500. All right. Let me go back to those original specs. Just looking at the VR mode, 4000 by 2040 HDR. Oops. Okay. 2000 by 2040 per eye with a 90 hertz, 120 hertz frame rate. The Quest 2, which could be the same price for the higher end for the higher memory version, is only 1920 per eye and goes up to 90 hertz. So it's not even 2000 by 2040, 1832 by 1920. The PSVR is going to go to 120 hertz with a minimum of 90. The Quest 2 is going to max out at 90. So other than the fact that you need a PlayStation 5 for this, and I get that, if you've got a PS5, why would you get a Quest 2? Why not just hold out and get the PSVR 2?
The only thing, maybe, because it's wireless.
And that the price is right.
And I mean, and if you're into PC gaming, you have more, you can even do it with Steam and other stuff.
Perhaps.
Steam VR stuff, so.
Perhaps.
I don't know, maybe the PSVR you can connect to PC too and do the same thing, so.
So, yeah, this is weird. This is weird stuff.
But yeah, I'm afraid Paul is right that the PSVR 2 is also going to be $499.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be $399 on up. I think Facebook hasn't. They know something's up with the pricing on PSVR.
I don't think they've reacted to that.
Well, I know, but I mean, like not so much of that, but just they've seemed confident to raise it up at this price because they're probably going to be competitive with the PSVR 2 price too.
Yeah, the PSVR
or maybe
is
less.
It's not going to be cheaper than.
No, not cheaper than
$399.
No.
My sister Carla. My sister Carla's in the house. What's up, Sister Carla? Brother Totodope is here. Brother's 1968 Camaro is here, and Brother Big Block is here. Which means, hold on, let me see. It might. I wonder if.
Yeah, it's you.
Oh yeah, because Heat's done his stream. So,
I do think they know something that the market, that price is competitive for that market. And like you said, so the PSVR, how much was that when it came out? It was $399 up or $499?
It was $399. It wasn't
$399. Yeah. So I don't see them any cheaper than that.
Maybe it's just, again, it's that lying to us and saying, "Oh, this is great," or I mean, obviously, and here's their tweet. In order to continue investing in moving the VR industry forward for the long term, we are adjusting the price of our MetaQuest 2 headsets.
But why would you do that when you have new ones coming out? I can see your Quest 3 is going to be more expensive, but why this one?
Right.
That's what I don't understand.
If they're raising the price before the holidays, are we expecting a bunch of games to be announced right around for holidays? To think that they can entice people like, ooh, well, if you want to play this game, you got to get it, even though it's $100 more.
Well, they do list Ghostbusters VR, Among Us VR. I know. So to be fair,
what was it with that Ubisoft game? Did it get canceled or something? I think so, right?
The Sam Fisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Ubisoft just can't make a Splinter Cell game anymore. Walking Dead.
And then they said VR, and then it's like they turned Sam Fisher's lights off.
I mean, there's games coming. Again, I'm glad, but would you seriously spend $500 for Among Us VR?
No.
The Walking Dead, or even like NFL Pro Era? I mean, who is spending that money for this? I mean, this might be cool. But
if you're a Ravens fan, you would have thought this would be cool.
You're right. But is it? Again, is it $500 cool for somebody who has never bought a?
No, I think I think that price.
I think $299 was a sweet price to get people in.
I think it
also
was.
It's the cheapest model too. With the 128.
I completely agree. I think that was, and it was a price that my wife was very comfortable paying.
I mean, do they not understand that? Okay, we need to find a way to entice people, to attract them to get in, to adopt VR. So the $299 for the Quest 2 was great.
Right.
They could have waited till Quest 3 to charge $399.
Yeah.
Like, all right,
even more than that. If they want it so much better, we have 4K per eye or something on Super OLED something or something else, whatever.
Yeah.
Then but this is like.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, the answer.
It's possible they change the pricing and then and they make even less money, so they might change it back. Or then for the holidays, it's $299. I can see that happen. And that will be the last, and then the Quest 3 will come out in a new year.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, couldn't the price increases be because of inflation and the price of chips and parts needed for the units? No, that's exactly what it is. And not to.
I would believe that if the accessories would not go up.
Exactly.
For that plastic hat, strap, whatever it is. I mean, that's just. Yeah.
Exactly. And the refurbished units. There's no reason why a refurbished unit should go up in price.
No, they're already produced.
Yep.
Boogie saying if Power Wash goes to VR, we'll never see Mav. Or even Jasper, right? Wasn't Jasper hooked on it?
Jasper's the other one. Yes. Gomer Pyle. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he was awesome. He was awesome. He had that Gomer Pyle going. No, I mean, look, this is not. It's not.
And
it's not an
like someone mentioned, so is this the end? So could this spell the end for VR? And which I don't think so. VR has definitely come a long way since it started. They started going back into it, right? there definitely is a community out there. It's grown a lot. People adopting VR and playing VR.
Yeah, but it's yeah.
But this doesn't. I don't see how this helps Meta.
No.
Quest 2.
I also don't know how it.
I even think just for VR growth. I mean, I think it's gonna. I think it's gonna stunt their growth, the adoption rate.
I think it will, and that's where people need to vote with their wallet. So if people don't buy it because of the price, then Facebook will have no choice but to bring it back down.
I never bought a Quest 2, even though I have on pre-order because a Facebook account was required. So now
But now you don't
at
need
that point.
That, right?
So now you don't need it anymore. But now they're raising the price, and it's like
yeah, and that's the problem.
Not even interested anymore.
You bring it out of the mainstream. That's the issue that I have is that you're bringing it out of the mainstream, and to an extent, if the PSVR 2 is $500, you're doing the same thing there too. I'm not gonna, And maybe this is the reason, not we necessarily, but people have pounded on Microsoft and Phil Spencer for not getting into VR. Maybe this is the reason. Maybe they don't want to sell. Look, this is the company who destroyed Kinect. I know. I was trying not to say it. I was trying not to invoke the K word.
I want to Kinect version 3. Come on, bring it on.
You and me both, man. But
so, I'm looking at Amazon, right?
Right.
For the 128 MetaQuest 2, it's showing $349.99 for the 128.
Yeah, our brother Nate already said, a lot of stores already sold out and stuff.
Yeah,
and you're not going to
for the regular $299. The scalpers bought them all up.
I know. Yeah, you're not going to. Yeah, even a refurbished.
I think if you want one right now, your best bet will probably be to order directly from Meta.
They have their own website and go to their own and see.
Yeah, then Myke, didn't you show that? That says buy.
Yeah.
Button.
Let me go back.
Now. Yeah.
Yeah, let me go back to it. So if you go right on Oculus
will rock with a Kinect version 3.
There you go. Buy now. Let's see. Hold on. We might click it, and it might come up $399.
Yeah, and then it's going to go.
Here you go.
You can still get it for the right price.
Available storage less than shown due to existing software.
Yeah.
And again, my kids love their Quest 2.
Yeah, I know my daughter really.
Oh yeah, we don't knock the device itself. We just
no, not at all.
Have questions about the.
I played
That's
Beat
on
Saber. I liked it.
Oculus.com that you're on.
That's it's
Metaverse on Oculus. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I keep meaning to get Beat Saber for the PS4 so I could play it in VR. So, hey Kurt, brother Kurt's in the house. He says, "Great show as always. Thanks. It's bedtime."
Because Beat Saber is owned now by Meta, right, or Facebook or whatever.
Is it?
I think so.
Savitor in the house. He said, "I'm still waiting for the Sega Genesis VR headset to come out." Do they own it?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm sure advertise it.
Developed and published by Czech game developer Beat Games. I don't know if they do.
Can they buy them? I thought so. Maybe it was a.
No, doesn't look like it. Oh, hold on. You're right. I'm sorry. Facebook acquired Beat Games in November 2019.
Yeah.
So.
So most likely we will not see a PSVR 2 PS5 version.
Well, it says the company stated the purchase would not affect future development of Beat Saber on third-party VR platforms besides Oculus.
They can say all they want.
Well,
hey, maybe $120 version.
right.
Hey, it's available. You're just gonna pay for it.
Free on Facebook.
But we have a refurbed version only.
Big Block said Sony sent him his cable for his PSVR to plug in PS5.
Yeah, we've got that.
Yeah.
I should.
Y'all got that for free, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Same resolution, but the games load nice. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. He said sent him cable for his PSVR to plug into the PS5. Did we get that?
You need the camera.
Right.
That's probably what he meant. The camera adapter.
Yeah.
But you need that for the PSVR to work. So.
Right. Because the PSVR itself is just an HDMI cable connection.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure was backward compatible, but my helmet does not have HDR, so I've left it on my PS4. That's why I'm so interested in the PSVR 2. But again, I also don't know if $500 is in my budget.
For $500, I'm not going to do it.
I don't think
I
they
can either.
can afford to do that. Because if the first one was $399, I know the PSVR 2 is improved, but I don't see how that justifies that much more of a price increase. But then again, like we're saying, you know, the way the economy is and the chips are hard to get, it does affect things.
It does. It does. I was trying not to bring it up.
So why can't they, like, at least Oculus, Facebook could have been a little bit more upfront and said, look, you know, we're having to raise the price because it's costing more for production. We have chip shortage. And we apologize, but, you know, for the meantime, they should have given you a lot more than just one game to help ease the pain.
Right.
Hey, even what's that 2-week limit? Like for just, you know?
Yeah.
Just,
Well, it's not just that.
but what they said, it's like, oh yeah, no,
Yeah, because if you want to entice me, that I need to give me a little bit more than that.
Yeah,
it entices me the other way around by saying you really don't need it. Hey, good idea. Now we'll have a happy wife and a happy life.
I don't know. I really am. I am completely stuck on the fact that they're raising the price of the refurbed units.
Yeah,
that would be where I get lost in the whole, well, it costs us more to make. Okay, it costs you more to make the new ones. Doesn't cost you any more to refurbish them.
Yeah.
True.
So exactly. So Sweet Tenor says chip shortage. I've heard that one before. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but yeah, I mean,
everybody else's PlayStation, they all had the same problem.
Yeah,
and they've used that excuse.
Sony had to redesign parts of the PlayStation 5 to keep the cost down with what they were doing. We all know that in television, you know, while they're still, you know, working on getting the Amico to manufacturing, we know they had to raise the initial price of their console, and it's all the same thing. The thing about Oculus, the thing would be is if the current, again, let's say Sony came out and said, hey guys, from now on the PlayStation 5 is going to be $599. That's not how it works. You figure out how to make it done. You figure out how to make it work. So there you go. Cerebral Paul says they should have hit the cost increase in bundles the way Microsoft and Sony does. Right?
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
But again, the refurbished thing. So it makes no sense for the refurbished one. That's what pisses me off. You know? And the fact that you figure out a way to keep the price of the system down. And you said it earlier. I think it was you, Peter, that said it earlier. Make the Quest 3 and make that more expensive.
Yeah, that's your opportunity to, increase the cost, and at least people think like, oh yeah, it's a new model, and etc. And also, like at that point, when you even if you say like, yeah, we had to increase the cost because of components, etc., then yeah, people will buy that more than just now. Like, first of all, how long is this Quest on the market? This Quest 2? Is this third year, second year, 2.5 years?
Let's see. September 16th, 2020 was the unveiling. It launched on October 13th, 2020. So it's not yet 2 years old.
So it's almost 2 years old.
Just about.
So your components should have gone down, right, over time. Now that with scarcity, etc., so it should go up a little bit. So price should stay the same.
Yeah. That makes right. And it's using a Qualcomm. It's using it's not using a heavy chipset. You figure out a way to keep that price where it is,
Yeah.
That is interesting what Paul just said.
Yeah.
He said they don't have the software sales to subsidize it either.
They don't, but
well, I mean, what was the whole plan then at the beginning? To sell it for $299.
I don't know.
I think just as an introduction to get people in.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, to get the people in, but you have to sustain yourself. Or was this all along the plan to raise it and look like?
Yeah. Now like you can't get anybody else to want to come in now.
But see, it's still owned by Facebook, and it's owned by Meta Platforms, right? So I don't know.
So I mean, does it mean they pulled their financial backing for maybe the Quest 2? Could they already be working on the Quest 3?
Well, they do. They already work on it.
Yeah.
If it's going to be released next year, then they definitely be work on it.
Right.
And then the higher end model that comes out this year.
All the more reason to keep that price or even lower it.
Yeah, just keep it the same.
They're just taking advantage of the economy right now, and everything's going up. They're like, well, we might as well go up too.
Yeah, you lose a lot of goodwill though.
Huh?
Right. Make it accessible to everyone. And that's Sweet's got it. That's exactly it.
I thought that's what they were trying to do. I mean,
yeah. I mean, if they want to be the de facto VR headset in their metaverse, then
to transition people over from traditional Facebook to metaverse.
Yeah.
I thought that's what they were going for.
You don't do that by raising prices, though.
No. You price yourself out of the market in a way.
But this also could be reverse psychology temporarily and see how much money they can make within this week. So if I go buy the Quest 2 at $299 right now because I was worth $100. Hell no. They're gonna sucker.
It's like Nintendo saying like, this game is only on the market for 90 days, whatever it was.
Right.
After that,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell my daughter, well, here's your Christmas gift early.
Yeah. Nah. Well, you could buy it and just hold it till Christmas.
Don't activate it yet. You lose access to.
She's getting no.
It's a
When
Beat
that
Saber,
Star
right?
Wars Galaxy game comes out, she's gonna walk in me playing. I knew it. She's gonna get up to me.
Oh.
It'd be kind of hard not to do it. Wait that long.
Wait a minute, what? I think I was censored for bringing up someone by name as my comment. Never got put in the chat scroll. Oh, Zuckerberg. Wait, did that not?
Really?
Holy crap. I don't think it picked up. Hold on. Dude, Boogeyman, type Mark Zuckerberg's name in again. And just type in Mark Zuckerberg and hit enter. I want to see if it.
I didn't even notice that.
Sweet did, and he's got it. Just type in his name, just his full name, and just see if it pops. Because it's still in the live chat. Like we didn't. Could they be watching? No, it showed up there. Okay,
You didn't spell it Zuckerberg, did you?
I usually call him Herr Zuckerberg, but that's a whole different thing. Oh. Well, so get your Oculus while you can, Chris. That's all I can say. Just get it while you can.
Yeah.
Wow. Sweet Baby Ray's on his shelf. That was weird. Buy Meta VR. Oh my goodness. All right. So I think we've beaten this horse a little bit.
Yeah.
So what else we got going on?
Well, there was quite a bit of other news that was been going on.
Yeah. What kind of game news?
So, I know we had some other stuff, but do we want to talk a little bit real quick about the Discord stuff? I mean, does that...
We can.
I kind of want to see how it plays out before we even try it. I mean, maybe we can try it at some point, but, you know, to see if it's even worth it. You know, especially we're playing games that are cross-gen, Myke, like you were saying the other night. That, you know, like,
Rocket League and stuff.
Playing Fall Guys and stuff, you know.
Fall Guys, yeah.
So, now, does the Discord, can we also chat with people on Switch?
Yes. I think that's part of the point of all this.
Yeah. And I do like that idea.
It's only the beginning. Apparently, they have more stuff in the that they're working on. More integration with Discord.
I like Discord. It would be cool, like, so if you like, let's say, Myke, you have the NLG Discord channel logged in tied in with your Xbox account, right?
Yeah. So I'm bringing up the article on it.
And then when we get everything set up and we go do a game, multiplayer game, and you can sit there and just invite people like you can easily on the PC. You know, when you want to invite people to into your Discord channel, and you can go live, you're in your, general game talk. So, and I think I like it. It works pretty smooth.
Yeah. So here, I'll go ahead and pull this. I'll go ahead and pull up the article on this.
I mean, right now, you use your phone to transfer it to.
Yeah, that's
your Xbox.
Yeah. So that's the weird part. So all right. So there is, and it does show up. If I can make this a little bigger. Okay, so it does show up here. Now, one of the things that we'll have to remember is, if we're in a party chat, we can't be in a party chat and Discord chat at the same time. They won't cross talk. So we're going to have to pick one or the other.
Yeah.
But here's my question. Can you still be in the party as a non-voice thing, but just keep it together? So you go as a party into a game and stick together, or because you can toggle between, right? You can go back to.
Yes, you can switch back and forth, so you should be able to. Yeah, see, look, while you're playing on console, you'll be able to see who's in the call and speak. You'll also be able to adjust the sound and switch between Discord voice and Xbox game chat.
Huh.
Well, that's game chat. Wait a minute. That's different than party chat.
Right, that is different than party chat. So
yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that you can't be at a party at the same time. You have, like, the Discord is the party.
Mm-hmm. One or the other, yeah.
Right, so instead of...
Do you think that Discord voice is going to replace party chat?
I've heard people say that.
Yeah, but see, they call it Xbox game chat.
Correct.
Do they mean the party chat, or
no? They mean
you have the game chat, right? That each game comes with, where they have their own game chat.
Correct.
But they call it Xbox game chat.
Correct, because if you're playing, so we're playing Halo Infinite, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're in a party, and we've got 5 other people in our game. In order for us to talk to those 5 other people, we have to switch over to game chat. So that's what that means. So okay. I think what they're doing here is they're interchanging Discord voice with Xbox party chat. So you can either be in an Xbox party and just work normally as if you were, just with everybody else on Xbox, or you open up a Discord voice chat like this. And then, because it's also got the overlay, which is kind of cool. And then you can switch over to game chat if people are not in your Discord party. That's what it's.
Yeah.
And Mav is saying exactly. I think because we kind of talked this through on Friday, and this is kind of how it feels. So what you have to do is to Peter's earlier point of how you make this work, and to Mav's point of the process needing to be simplified. Yes, and there's 100 people you could get into a Discord thing.
Hey, 1 versus 100.
Hey, don't tease. Don't tease.
And I remember there was a time, I can't remember if we were with Mav. We were playing Halo Infinite when the multiplayer came out, and man, we had so many of us, and we had to have separate. No, it was with the Noof, and on the Saturday night, and we had to have different party chats, but to separate because it was just too many people. And then of course we were on different teams, so what we said, hey, if you're on this team, go to this other party chat and whatever. But it'll be cool, like we're on Discord, you can have all these people in one chat and you're sitting there talking crap to each other. But we're all friends, so it's okay, nobody should be getting offended. But
well, no, you're right. And the other piece of this is, let's take when we were playing Fall Guys, right? And we had Brother Driz with us. And we had there was one other person that joined in who was on Big Block. Brother Big Block joined us, right? And they couldn't talk with us. This will allow them to do that. So,
neither did Jeff. GoGameGo. Remember, you had issues too.
Right. So now you could use Discord. Now they were able to use Xbox Live Party, and we ended up getting it to work. But technically, they could use Discord too. And they could use it on their. They would use it on their phones just like they would just use the Xbox app instead of the Discord app.
Yeah.
So basically, what you do is you go to the Xbox button on your console, go to Parties and Chats, Discord Voice. You get a QR code that sets up a two-way link between your Xbox account and your Discord account. So you do it through your phone.
Yeah.
Once your Discord account is linked to Xbox, you hype in a channel you'd like to talk to using Discord as you normally would. On the Discord mobile app, you'll see a new option to join on Xbox. At this point, you'll need the Xbox app to transfer voice chat from your Discord account to your Xbox. You need the Xbox app as well. Once you have it installed, the Xbox app will launch and let you connect the Discord voice chat to your Series X or One console. I think that's a one-time thing, right?
Well, the transfer the voice chat, you have to do it each time you want to use it.
But the link, the Discord and all that.
Oh yeah,
like
that's a one-time
That's a
thing.
one-time.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you get it set up.
But I can see you have to use your Discord app to transfer the voice, because you can have like a gazillion channels on a gazillion servers. While Xbox Live party chat is a centralized thing.
Right.
So the other way around will be harder to do. Hopefully they could do something.
There was as well. Here's on Discord. Here's the instructions for how to link your Discord. So in case you in case you like following complicated instructions, you got to go through all this. So this is so, but you know what though? You and I think all three of us already have our.
Yeah, I think you have to redo it if you want to participate in this.
Well, all right. If you connect your Discord prior, yeah, all right. If you connect your Discord to Xbox account prior,
to link it to your Xbox account.
Yep, for Discord voice on Xbox. So you have to do this all over again. That's
I mean it's.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, it doesn't take. You're right. It doesn't take that long.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny they use Craig?
Where did they?
Oh, scroll down. Yeah, see, Craig.
I'm
wondering if that's intentional or not.
That's funny. Then how to go through all this. So once we get it, it's going to be some time before we get it. But
yeah,
I mean, it's.
But I can see why they do that though, especially like like Microsoft selling their games also on Steam. So they don't use the Xbox app or whatsoever. So to use Discord, it will be probably the way to go. The people already on PC are using Discord.
No, I can definitely see where.
And I can see them replacing the Xbox Live Party Chat with just the Discord stuff.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Where they just let a third party take care of the handle the party chat side.
Which is ironic, and Paul. Also,
well, I'm wondering if they run them then on their own servers and stuff. I don't know.
I don't know, but how ironic would it be if so Sony made it and it has a PlayStation already has an agreement with Discord for integration. Wouldn't it be funny if somehow Microsoft talked to Discord about moving their stuff to Azure?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing it with Netflix. They're working on that. They're
for the ad stuff. Yeah.
The cloud business is one of the biggest things right now because my wife works for Oracle, and between Oracle, Microsoft, Amazon, was it Rackspace? It's huge. It's a serious thing. The cloud.
Yeah.
These servers.
It is funny though, and Paul said this too. It's funny that Microsoft got Discord voice before PlayStation, and PlayStation inked something with them in 2021.
But Microsoft might have been working on this for Got some time too.
But they're saying that, hey, you can get in this and you can play with people on PlayStation. So is this already also an announcement that there's going to be a... Well, no, on the PlayStation it's already integrated, right? So do they already have a deal where you can link your Discord and all that to you on PlayStation, where you can also use this?
Well, yes,
for
where
party
you can,
chat, right?
Yes, where you can link, yes.
But we haven't seen that announced from PlayStation, no.
Not the voice part. Not the voice. Not yet. Very interesting. So that's what's happening here. What else we got?
I know Peter had
some... Oh, KOTOR has been delayed.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That's not a good one.
Nope.
So I'll just pull up MSN. KOTOR remake has reportedly been delayed indefinitely. Now, let me premise this with a grain of salt before we start throwing dirt on this game. I almost want to stop reading it, according to Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, because I mean, the dude is.
He's got real insiders, sir. Everybody in all these studios give him all the dirt.
Yeah, I don't trust Schreier as far as I could throw him, and he's light and thin. I could throw him a long way. So
careful, he might block you on Twitter.
Oh, too late for that.
But I mean, when you just, yeah, I mean, they fired 2 head guys.
Right. But see, it's according to people. Okay, this is what I hate. According to people familiar with the project.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when there was something about us 2 people, like the director of.
Yep. All right. Yeah. So hold on. So let's look these folks up. Let's see if we can independently.
Verified live.
Yes. Let's do the job that Jason Schreier can't. See it rumor.
Should look him up on LinkedIn and see.
I don't even see. I see the same old thing, but I don't see. Were they? Yeah.
So he's the only one that's announced this. Nobody else has written this. He's the one who came out with it.
Everybody else is. Everybody else is hanging off.
Referring to his.
Yeah, everyone else is hanging off of his nuts on this.
Yeah.
So I'm not apt to believe it until we get something from Asper Media.
Official from the studio. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even see anything about guys getting fired. So you know what? Let's do. I like your idea.
What's funny, I'm not blocked from him, but I really, it's like, I see his shit and I was like, yeah.
Brad, what's his name? Brad Prince.
And this wasn't the only game just announced that is probably getting delayed that we know for sure. But there was another one today.
September 2019 to July 2022. Designed, created, and presented. He might have been. He's not. He doesn't list Asper as his current. Let's see the other person. Jason Miner.
Do you remember Peter seeing anything that something else was delayed? Announced.
Look.
What?
Today there was another game that was announced that is being delayed. It was coming out in the fall.
The Legend, Lord of the Rings, Gollum.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So this is
Just another
Jason.
one. I mean, it's not only affected Xbox, and their studios being delayed to next year, but it's everybody else is doing the same thing.
Yeah. So look at this.
3 weeks looking for work.
Yep. So they were fired, apparently.
Yeah. It makes you wonder what they did, because it has. If it's not,
they're not happy with
anything to do with as far as the game itself, the direction or whatever, and it's something more, internal, like HR violations or whatever, something, they're like they didn't tolerate it and let them go.
Well,
they fired them both at the same time, right?
Yes. But here's where I start to call bullshit. The game was going from releasing this year to having a target release date to 2025. It's a remake of the first game. If it takes 3 years to make a remake of the first game, you're doing it wrong. So again, I'm gonna wait for.
Yeah, maybe it was a placeholder date. I don't know if you.
I didn't even think this was coming out this year. I really didn't think that was gonna happen.
I thought they said it was, but that could be.
I mean, I know this game was announced twice on one of PlayStation's State of Play, right?
Yeah.
When they first teased it, and then I can't remember which State of Play when exactly, but they did talk about it again.
And then in May, Saber said that they were getting involved. So, and then this is an Embracer Group studio, by the way, Aspire.
Yeah.
So.
But didn't they get acquired not long ago?
Yes. And that's why Saber Interactive is joining up, because Saber's also part of Embracer.
Right.
Now, does that mean so I'm going to be fair here. This feels a lot like Perfect Dark, where they brought in Crystal Dynamics to co-develop the game. And a whole bunch of people left, and now, we had that discussion about whether or not the game's in trouble, yada, yada. But here's the thing. Perfect Dark is a brand new game in the series. Yeah. This is a remake of an existing game.
Yeah.
This should be much, much farther along than, like the fact that there's a hair possibility that Perfect Dark could come out at the same time or before a remake of an old game that was announced. That's a hard one on me.
Well, it makes you wonder, once Embracer acquired them, and then when they started coming in and start really diving in to see where they're at on the schedule of this game, and maybe they just were not happy with what they were being told and where everything was at, the timeline, and they're like,
Yeah,
we've had
maybe they
enough from
said they
you
were
two.
farther along than they were.
Yeah, maybe they felt like they bullshitted them when they acquired them, and they thought, okay, this is gonna be coming out pretty soon, and then according to these guys, and then I guess after a while they're like, they called their bullshit, and they just let them go, and they, I'm sure Bracer Saber's part of them. They're confident with them, their studio, and they're like, here you go.
And maybe they said, we're bringing in help, and you're gonna like it.
Yeah. I mean, they made an investment in the studio. They didn't like, what these two guys had planned, or what the schedule was looking at, and they're like, well, you're done.
Well, the art director too is kind of an interesting.
But I thought when they got acquired or somewhere, they said they were happy at one point, according to his article.
I guess at one point.
And then at somewhere down the line, that ended.
Yeah, somewhere down the line, they stopped being happy.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure. So.
I know I had brought up one of the other, I think in Retro Renegades and some other one, I said, I wish this would have been given to Obsidian.
Career listings aspire a creative director, an executive producer,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so much for a custom console KOTOR PS5 in my future. Anytime soon. I'll be 50 years old by the time this game comes out, according to what was said on the article.
Yeah.
I'll just go back and play my.
Just play the BC version.
Exactly.
I've heard it plays extremely well.
Yeah, it does. And then it makes you too wonder, besides polishing this up, with modern controls and so on, features and mechanics, how much would this game have been? I mean, being the Star Wars game, it probably would have been $70.
Could be.
Yes, that's PlayStation tax right on it.
Well, Microsoft's going to start doing that stuff too. Well, I love Game Pass.
We'll see. Until they do, we'll see. But they haven't done it yet. As far as themselves, what they, their first party or any games that are developed by them, but through them, but
right.
Third party's already done it. PlayStation's done it. Yeah, that sucks. So I was looking forward to the KOTOR remake.
Yeah,
I thought it would come out next year. I did not really, honestly, I didn't expect it this year.
I don't know. I guess I don't know why I heard it was, but maybe I could be wrong on that. The only other thing that
Yobi is in the house.
Oh, brother Yobi.
Yobi.
The only other thing that really that we heard, and there were some that Microsoft put out some numbers for their console. There are it's kind of a mixed bag. So looking at Microsoft's gaming revenue, they are down from last quarter 7%, which you would think is, normally would sound bad, but Game Pass subscriptions are growing again, which is great. And Satya Nadella said that the Xbox Series X and S is still the fastest and best-selling Xbox console they've had. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Especially considering it's hard to get. The S has really got to be subsidized.
Well, it seems to be it seems to be they're easier to get nowadays.
Well, that's
Lately,
good.
Also, like resellers and stuff, they the scalper market, the prices are like almost cost now. So.
Well, and if you think about it too, part of that. So the reason that they say the gaming revenue is down, but partially offset by Game Pass subscriptions. So Xbox content and service revenue did decline 6%, driven by lower engagement hours. People are getting back out of the house. It is summertime. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
And this is something that I know a couple people on Twitter said, but I have to agree. This is not bad considering they don't have a key first-party game coming out this year. So,
well, also like lackluster third-party games
stuff we like, but isn't lighting the charts on fire.
Yeah.
So,
But these are Q4 numbers, right?
This is
22
Q4 for
so,
their fiscal year, yes.
So even if Starfield was coming out in Redfall, that still wouldn't factor in then.
Correct. That's
so wouldn't matter.
No, that would come into play. That would come into play the next quarter.
Yeah. And if they do come out early enough, those could still factor in the next quarter.
Well, but what is impressive is that and even though the hardware declined 11%, it's still, for Nadella to say it's still the fastest selling Xbox console. To be selling what they're selling with gamers not seeing these big games on the horizon. By horizon, I mean this year. We are in August, so you would think that people would wait until next year when these games are starting to pop. But that's not necessarily happening. So what he said was, Microsoft has sold more consoles life to date from launch than any previous generation of Xbox, and that includes the 360.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, the 360 had two SKUs as well. It had the core unit without the hard drive, and it had the full unit with the hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
So think about that. 2 years into the Xbox Series X and S, it is outsold even the 360 at this point in its life. Knowing that
Game Pass has a big play in that, and like they said here, those subscription numbers have gone up. Like I said, offset by the growth of Game Pass. So also the play anywhere has also increased because now you can play a lot of these games on cloud.
Sure.
So a lot of people are seeing that they can play it on mobile more. They can go play it on PC. And then they just announced a deal with Samsung and I think LG, right? There's some of the newer TVs.
Yep.
Now you can go to the app and then play cloud, play your games there.
Well,
just need a controller.
And one other thing that Nadella said was that 4 million people streamed Fortnite on xCloud, and that includes over 1 million people who are brand new to the xCloud ecosystem, which means that's 1 million people that also had to sign up for some form of Game Pass.
Yeah. Yep.
So
engagement as far as the subscription engagement numbers in those other areas, other than a traditional console, that's what they want. I mean, it's helped. They're giving people choices, but the hardware is still selling well.
Yes.
So I think overall it's still they I think I read somewhere they projected these were projected, so it's not like, you know, even though
this is not a surprise.
Right?
Amy Hood said these are in line with their projections, and they're projecting that September, that next quarter will also drop in single digits because they know.
Yeah.
But this is still you got to give your hat off to. So look, give your hat off to Microsoft on this. They have also been able to come back from kind of a disastrous launch of their semi-previous generation of consoles. You know, coming out of the debacle that was the Xbox One, as much as we loved it, to turn around like this is also impressive. And they sold a shit ton of consoles the last quarter. So this is not nobody was like wringing their hands at Microsoft over this in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, no, this is what, you know, they, like we said, they've done a 180. They've done a good job to, you know, move forward from the Xbox One issues that they've had. They've addressed a lot of that. So they've done well. Game Pass is the biggest, I think that's the biggest factor in why, especially the S is doing well, because the S is a all digital console, and Game Pass, they are pushing Game Pass. It's, you know, hey, you got S, here's Game Pass. Play all these games digital at your fingertips anytime.
Right.
So, and that's where the market's going. It's you know, more, pretty much majority are going to playing digital. They are streaming from the cloud on multiple devices. So that's what Xbox wants. That's their goal. Bringing the gaming to you where you're at, where you want to play. So, and it's good. It's healthy. I think all around, Nintendo, PlayStation, they're all doing well. Maybe not. Maybe the Quest 2 Metaverse may not do well here soon. But
time will tell.
Right.
Yeah. But you know, I remember when they announced 2 SKUs, and I thought the S was a good idea, being digital but being a lower price, because, you know, a lot of people out there try to find ways to save money, and, you know, how can I get into gaming where it's more affordable for me? And the S is attractive for that. I think Xbox was smart to do that, you know, and they've done it in the past. It's nothing new, like you were saying. They had 2 SKUs back in the day for 360. So, but they didn't do that for the Xbox One, right?
Right.
Here it is, $4.99 Connect. That's it. That's all you get. You know, and they you know, fumble that. You know, and when what's his name said, well, if you want to play offline, whatever, we have a console for you, and it, you know, there's a 360.
Yes. If you're in a submarine.
Yeah.
Sister
Which he probably
Caitlin
didn't think
he was not wrong.
He wasn't wrong.
He wasn't wrong.
But he was ahead of its time.
He didn't realize that would be used against him, but, you know.
Stupid things to say.
Not the smartest, you know.
But it's great to see Phil, what he's done, and the people that he has there helping him to make this thing successful all around. So better for us gamers.
Have a great night, Brother Paul. And Sister
Hey, what's
Caitlin
up,
is here with
Master
us.
System Marceau?
And Brother Marceau.
I'm starting. I need to, look at a lot of his stuff because I'm very interested in getting the Master System.
Dude,
next, as far as get into that and start collecting some of that because, that's always been, even when back then, like I was a Nintendo gamer because that's what my mom bought us, and of course we couldn't afford the multiple consoles back then. But I would go to a friend's house and I would play the Master System. I loved it. So I've always been intrigued by the Master System. So hopefully I can, get one and get some games and before it gets too expensive because it has gone up in price a little bit, right?
A little bit.
Hey, Sister Caitlin.
Sister Caitlin. Yeah, Project Jeff said, "Screw you, Tom Patrick." Someone has to say. Why?
Well, that's why he's not there anymore.
But you still have to watch. I still say you have to watch the Power On that series that they did because Don Matrick gets a chance to have his say. And
I did. Yeah, I did.
A lot of people. He gets an unfair amount of crap.
No, he does for the Xbox One launch here in 2013.
You know,
he's done a lot of good, but that, like you said, that got overshadowed during 2013.
Well, yeah, and no, you're right. He opened up his mouth. He said the wrong things, but so did Larry Herb. I mean, it just was a bad time for them. But look at what they're doing now. And I don't agree with everything. Peter and I, we're well, we both disagreed with Kinect being pulled and all that stuff. But
dang, second time to hear the word Kinect.
I know.
So, yeah,
it was no more warranted than Bernie Stolar. All I'm saying.
Hey. Look who came and joined us a little early. It seemed a little earlier that you jumped in our chat, right?
Yeah. Well, now we can end the show.
What's up, Perrin Blood?
So, any other good news that we missed? I think we covered everything tonight.
I think so. The only other thing that I did put in the deal.
Oh yeah, let me look.
Was from Tom Warren, was talking about the Microsoft making it easier to see 2 new badges are coming to Xbox dashboard that will let you know if a game has been removed from Game Pass. You need to be signed in, or you need your disc to play it. So they're giving you a heads up on, if you want to play this game, this is how you can play it.
Okay.
So if it isn't Game Pass, it should say Game Pass, right? If it's not in Game Pass, then it should say something, have some kind of badge to show you that it's not in Game Pass, but you need a disc to play it.
Makes sense.
From what I understand, right?
Yeah.
And I think that I think there was a while back where we had one of the shows where we talked about the dashboard and the layout and like if you go on Game Pass, how can you tell this and that? And I think they, of course, that's the whole point of the insider, right? Get feedback and see how this would look and play out, what people think, and then implement it out to the rest of us. So it looks like we'll be getting that soon. And then I think another thing was also brought up that the speed, the Xbox loading speed is increased.
I did see that they were working on that.
Yeah.
I did look for PlayStation news. There isn't much else other than the VR stuff, which we spent a lot of time on today. I'm glad we get to talk about. It's always good when we get to talk about PlayStation. That's been sort of the big news for them over the last day. Was talking about their VR, so we covered that earlier.
Yeah.
We haven't seen anything yet on PS Plus or for that. Well, it's getting time, Peter, for us to really take a look at that PlayStation Plus extra subscription.
Yeah.
So start checking out some games.
Which one of you is gonna stream Stray?
Stray. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
It's a good question. Oh. Hey, what's up, brother Rich? Yes, we're still awake. We're about to roll out. Yeah,
And I
they
know
said they had another
a lot
security
of people
breach.
have brought up recently, you know, they talked about, you know, it's been pretty good gaming wise. I mean, to me, every week, every month has been pretty good. We haven't. I know a lot of games are getting delayed, but this year has been pretty good. And there's still a lot of games still to come out here soon. And these, you know, At Dusk Falls, Stray, both have been in trending lately this past week, and a lot of positive about them. So, you know, can't go wrong. And I think the next big game that's coming out is Saints Row, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm definitely getting that.
When's that coming out?
When is Saints Row coming out? Saints
That's
Row.
September. And I know August has something also.
I gotta put my. We get past this point where you have to put in a fake date to.
Yeah, can they just say, you know?
August 23rd.
Yes, no, you know?
Yeah.
Saints Row's coming August 23rd.
Oh, there you go. I will definitely be getting that.
Yeah, Plague Tale is coming out soon too.
Oh
soon.
Yes, Plague's Tale is coming out.
Oh yeah, yeah. See what I mean? I mean, we're not suffering.
No, we're not.
Ragnarok is October, right?
Ragnarok is November.
November.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Plague's Tale Requiem is October, and that's going to lead right into God of War Ragnarok.
What about September? What do we got coming in September?
A good question.
Because there are quite a few games coming out in October. Remember, it's crowded.
And I want to know when, and we'll have to ask Myke if he'll kind of drop a hint as to when this Atari 50th anniversary celebration game collection's coming out.
The Lord of the Rings was supposed to be a big one in September.
Yep.
And now it's pushed to 23.
Yep. What about the Harry Potter one?
I don't know if I've seen the official date on that.
Oh, Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy. That is coming.
I do want to check that out.
Q4. That's all it says.
Q4?
Yep. So that'll get delayed.
Warhammer, the new one, 40 Darktide, is September 13th. I'm interested in that.
Okay.
And another one that's been mentioned quite a bit. I know Jago is Evil West. September 20th.
All right.
I've heard some decent things about that.
Boogeyman Atomic Heart just says Q4. There isn't a date on that yet.
Oh yeah, Atomic Heart. Yeah, that did look interesting. Yeah. So no, I mean, you know, I was just as excited and interested to play as Dust Falls as I was Valhalla. You know, two very different games, but you know. And then of course, you know, we all have our BC and Game Pass. So I'm looking forward to go hit Origins as my next Assassin's Creed. Which I did start already. So.
Yeah, that looks like it. Okay.
But Peter, the next Assassin's Creed, because in Valhalla it kind of hinted, but the next Assassin's Creed I heard that it was going to be in the Middle East, right? Is that what you heard? Like Baghdad or something like that?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I heard that somewhere, and you know, I don't want to spoilers or whatever, but from what I saw at the end of Valhalla, it seemed like that's where it was going. It would make sense. But I'm with you too. I don't like playing where you're back in the future, and I didn't really care for those parts.
Yeah,
I get what they were trying to do to try to tie it all in, you know, with the. But I'm just more interested in the past and assassinating everybody.
Yeah, same.
And I think that's all the news I can find.
Yeah. Oh, Yobi says Assassin's Creed Infinity, which I think is set in the Middle East, but
I think that's the shell for many for the future of all the Assassin's Creed.
yeah. Well, and that's a live event one, right? A live service.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be okay with it if they, you know, at one point, okay, it starts off here in Baghdad, whatever, Middle East, and then they do another one where it's Japan or whatever, you know, give you a different DLC. We'll see. But then, real quick too, Ubisoft did announce some delay or cancellations of some VR games, right? They were all VR games that they canceled. The Splinter Cell.
Yep, they didn't cancel all the.
Not all, but
they canceled. All right. Yeah, let me bring up.
And that'll
what
be
they
the last
canceled.
thing that we.
Yeah, they canceled. They didn't cancel things that I think people are really pining for, which is weird.
Probably,
and I kind of brought this up on Friday with Mav.
Yeah.
So one of the games isn't even canceled. Roller Champions has not been canceled.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Assassin's Creed's been pushed back. The VR Sam Fisher game, and the free to play MMO Ghost Recon Frontline, that was also canceled. I mean,
yeah. It's the game nobody asked for.
Right.
I think they want to focus on and we forgot to mention Skull Bones is this year.
Yeah. Yes. But that's $70.
I know, but us three are interested in that for doing multiplayer together, streaming.
We are. So perhaps we will
the PvE kind of stuff.
Yes. Perhaps we'll dip into the fundage for that. So.
And then the other one that they're the part 2 of the was it Evil Beyond Evil 2
Beyond
that
Good
was
and Evil
brought
2?
up that's still going.
I don't think that's ever coming out.
I think it is.
That's
they need to focus on it. I mean, so
that's a Half-Life 3 level.
Oh no, sir, it's coming. Just but it has had some setbacks. I think the one of the head guys for that was let go too. So
I don't know.
We'll see. But that's all I got.
Okay. All right. Well then, I say we call this a great night. We've had a great chat tonight. A lot of people held out. As always, we're coming up on that 2 hours and 45-minute mark. So I don't want us to go over 3 hours if we don't have to. So the great stuff tonight. The chat, as always, you guys rock. And thank you everybody who popped in the last 20 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Beyond Good and Evil 2 is basically vaporware.
Nah, it's coming.
So,
come on,
and, so thank you everybody who came in and was chatting with us tonight. I know, who hung out and talked VR. Want to thank some of the new folks we saw tonight. John 907. Hope you enjoyed yourself, and hope you come back and hang out with us again. In fact, we're starting to mix in some game streams in here and there. We're on show 288, which is cool. We've got, so what's that? 88, 98. We got 12 shows left to hit the big 300. The question is, can we do it by the end of the year? I think we can. Let's see. One
a week.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So even if we mix in some game streams, we can be at show. We'll hit 300 by the end of the year. So not bad, boys. And sorry, give me 1 second because there's one more thing. Since we won't be on that night. Hold on.
We're
Don't go
going
anywhere.
past 3 hours. There we go.
I know, but this is worth it. This is worth it. Give me 1 second. Let me find it. Where are all my playlists? Because this is important stuff. There it is. I gotta go back a bit. If the screen comes up, hold on 1 sec. Almost there. So, hey, what's up, Mike Hawk? Hertz. He says, VR has a future, but AR is where the money is at. Which would be fine if, Microsoft had a shot at AR, and they
I don't think they were serious at really selling it to the mass. I think the AR is still a big part of Microsoft, but not for the masses. I think Phil has said that he wants, if they're gonna do that, he wants a headset that's a lot smaller, more accessible, whatever. So if they are gonna do it anytime soon, but they definitely have the capabilities.
Also wireless.
Yeah, I think that's what he wants. Almost putting some sunglasses on, wireless. Yeah, there you go. Isn't that what that's what Facebook wants to get at? Did they? Somewhere they showed some glasses where you could put them on and then, We've seen that in shows. When you walk around, you see everything just pop up.
Yeah.
You know, all kinds of info.
Oh, right, I'm almost there. Keep talking.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if anybody, Xboxes are if the AR does come out to the mass, they will probably announce something like that. Well, he's saying Apple will have something for AR product next couple of years. And if they do, then maybe that's where, you know, Microsoft will announce something on their end to compete. No, I get you, Marceau. I don't think, you know, Phil has mentioned, or even Microsoft, that they're really not interested in competing in the VR space right now. It is a lot of money, though. And, you know, as far as for Phil, I know he had mentioned it before about VR and Xbox, but I think he had to walk back that back and, you know, pretty much, you know, we're going to focus on, you know, like Game Pass and other things that they can invest in, you know, especially I think the cloud gaming took a step forward as far as the focus for them instead of VR. You know, what Sony's done with VR has been real good. They've done a great job with that. So hopefully this PSVR 2 is not $500.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Okay. All right. I've almost got it.
Uh-oh.
There it is. I think this one's it. Yep, I think this one's it. Let me just double check and make sure it wasn't that one. People are like, what the hell is Myke doing? Trust me on this. Trust me.
Peter, you haven't done any, have you even played your PSVR 2 lately?
PSVR, no.
Okay. All right, here it is. Right there. Share my screen. Share the correct one. Podcast number 49. July 31st, 2016. Was, which is this Sunday, was the very first show Peter was on.
Dang.
We still had, I still had like Frankie and there's Drake and Matt Jones. Drakey. It was you, Drake, and Matt Jones. And you were just coming off the stream team. I still had all the stupid boxes on my pool table when my pool table was being used as a game display. And I had no graphics. I was doing, this was Google Hangouts, I think. Yeah, this was still when Google Hangouts was a thing. This was back when I had all my Raven stuff on the wall. And
you still had golden walls.
Yeah. And so there he is. Wait a minute. Coming up in just a second. There's Drake. And there he is. A very young Peter.
Yeah.
So, happy 6 years of NLG. And we've been through a ton together.
Sure have.
And so let's see, 288 minus 49. I do my quick calculation. And that's not counting all the. That's just the shows. So just in podcast shows, you've done 239 shows. That doesn't count. Hold on. That doesn't count
streams.
The streams. That doesn't count the reaction stuff to the video game awards and E3 presentations and all of that. So you have probably done well over 350 to 375 different. Plus, that doesn't even count your own streams and our Friday night stuff that we did that we got to get back to.
Yes,
that's my fault. That's on me. You know, it's amazing, man. So happy anniversary.
Thank you.
And
happy anniversary, Peter.
You are,
it has been. It seems forever, don't it?
Yeah,
it does.
And it
does.
And
good.
It's not easy though. I mean, week to week, sometimes you're like, but like I said, Peter, it's very rare that Peter misses a show. If he's not on vacation, he's on the show.
And he's been on the show on vacation before.
Yeah.
I've done that, yeah.
Yes, he has. He has done Ocean City shows. He has done Great Wolf Lodge shows.
I still remember that, sitting down in the lobby and stuff.
In the lobby, yep.
That's funny.
So you are and always have been one of the big pillars, the three of us, but you've been with me through a lot. And yeah, to Chris's point, it is a lot. It's 6 years of doing this is a lot. Sometimes it's just, we're getting a little older. The kids are getting into more activities.
Kids are doing more activities that we have to, participate during the week.
But, and I think that I kind of like mixing the gameplay streams in when we, especially during in the fall. There's gonna be a lot to talk about. But during the summer times like this, I think we've had a lot of fun playing Fall Guys and playing Hot Wheels and getting everybody involved, right? Opening up and letting people, gaming with us. We've had great times with Marceau and Nick and Big Block and Grizz.
Project Jeff.
Project Jeff has played with us. Yoby's coming and gamed with us and comes into our parties. Brother Lemon comes in. GoGameGo. And the list goes on. So I mean, we've had Eternal Shaddai come in once or twice. Lupa, who, by the way, just really quick, if you didn't hear on Friday, Lupa, our dear sister AssassinLupa, is awake. She is hopefully continuing to recover. We can't wait to see her back online. We miss her terribly. But good news coming out of that. Yeah, I mean, when all's said and done, this is a love for us, and it's also a chance for us to get together and chat, and be with our family, be with our gaming family, and thank you for everything that you do for us, Peter. And
I mean, it's great to be part of it, and every time it's a blast. So
always is. So you are as close to both of you guys are, but you are as close to a blood brother as I can get. And we've been there for each other outside of gaming, and our families have met, our kids have met. We're gonna be hooking back up extremely soon. Yes. So it's it's been wonderful having you all this time, and you know, here's to another 6 years.
All right, to another 6.
To another 6. All right,
Hey,
now
it would
go
be
ahead.
funny, right? We're here we are, we'd be in our 50s, or in our 60s.
Yeah.
But by the
God till we drop, right? Hopefully not.
I would expect at some point we'll be sitting here with VR headsets on podcasting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember when we podcasted on OBS. You kids don't know from YouTube. Oh my goodness. So, but so yeah, 6 years. Love it.
Yeah.
Wow.
In dog years, it's a lot of years.
So, all right. Now I'm going to get us out of here. Now that I'm glad that I remembered that before we rolled out, because I'd have kicked myself.
A good way to end the show. A good note to.
I would have felt like crap the whole rest of the week and weekend if I had forgotten about that. So I was glad.
A special weekend stream then.
Damn right. It'd have been a Sunday night with Peter and Myke and Chris. We'd have done it. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everybody who was with us the whole time. Thank you for everybody who popped in the last 30 to 40 minutes. Thank you to everybody. Thank you. If you are watching this later on, come on in. We are on Tuesday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whether here or streaming a game or talking games or what have you, come on into our chat. Be part of what you see on the right-hand side of your, well, I guess on your left-hand side of the screen. Be part of that with us, and just, you know, be part of our show. Don't forget, also the rest of our Gamers United Guild channels are all down below. I'll have to see if Rab is back from his vacation. He'll be back on with DJC and Nick tomorrow for Amico Forever. If not, I'm happy to fill in again. I had a lot of fun with them last week talking 32X. Let's see. GoGameGo is on tomorrow with the open chat, and they're awesome. Jeff and Stu, some of the best. You saw Papa Pete. Friday is Iconic Video Games Podcast with Axel and Doggy and Princess Zelda. On Saturday, we're hoping to see the return of the Dragon's Den with brother Lemon, and then cap it all off Sunday night. Who am I missing on Saturday? I feel like I'm missing a Saturday. Evercade. Since damn it.
Yeah.
Saturday morning.
Rich
if you are,
making ice cream.
Yep. Rich, Pete, and others, if you are into the Evercade, and you should be, because it's a really good handheld, these guys are the absolute way to go for your Evercade news. And then Sunday, top it all off with TXR. So, and then we got shows on Monday with Astra Smash with DJC Game Studios, and we'll be back Tuesday right after Retro Renegades at 7 o'clock.
Well, back on Sunday, you also early 9 a.m. Central.
Good morning, Xbox.
Eastern is Good Morning Xbox.
Yep.
But also, our buddy, doesn't he have an Evercast show also?
EverCanadian?
Pete?
I don't know if he's doing. I don't know if he's doing a regular.
Not set in stone, like certain days.
I think he's just streaming when he wants.
Okay.
So, but yeah, check them all out down below, please, and sub to all of our Gamers United Guild. Wonderful folks. Good night, everyone. Yep. Have a great week. Pick up a controller. Get some gaming in. See you later. Lay on, gamers.
Game on.
Adios, gamers. Have a good week.